Stock of the day, Life360 has been in the news recently as well, and had a really good bump up in share price, good earnings updates along the way. A lot of people had doubts about Life360 for so long. It's the sort of platform, social media platform that protects everybody. You can have a family or a school platform. Mathan, you're surprised at how Life360 is?
Yeah, it's been one of the solid winners on the rebound. It's done really well. Brokers are confused because you can see their target prices just go up by 15% every time the stock runs up. I was looking at the last update in the last month. Every broker has put exactly 15% up because when you're a big broker, I designed the system at Citi back in the day, you have to have 15% upside to be considered a buy. So do you want to keep the buy? So if you want to keep the buy, you have to have 15%.
That's why. Right.
So you can put it, it's a systematic process because we had to make sure that the analyst actually had buy, sells and holds, which they don't, everything's a buy otherwise. So you have to force them. So systems are designed to hold them to have a diversified view of the stocks they cover. And it's interesting that's what's happening with 360. Look, I think it's done well. It's upgrading. Again, it's an interesting because we looked at a few of these stocks back in the day when things were good. And look, when they were buying growth stocks, they were in the zone and they've come off and it's now rebounded quite well. I don't see any problems with it because the upgrades are pretty solid. And it's an interesting model. I think it has upside. And look, my theory is simple. If you're in an upgrade cycle, you stick to it till something goes wrong. And it has to be something structural. If it's a market-related one, that can always turn around. And I don't see anything wrong with it. So I think that kind of holds it together. But look, has tech stocks run? Yes. Is that kind of flowed into everything? So if you're I guess got an upgrade cycle, you're going to get more love than the rest. So it's done well. Still a loss-making stock, but I think the thematic still is pretty good. I think it holds up. I'm not, if you're holding, it's a hold for me. I'm not saying that this is something that the market doesn't know because every broker has upgraded to 10-15%. So they're basically staying ahead of the price. So I think it's a good story to hold. I'm not chasing it here, but I think it's fine.
Okay, great.
I am quite neutral on this one, fellas. I can see both sides of it. For us, we've had a look at this, and the view was that this feels more like a feature rather than a product.
Right.
And there's always a concern that Apple, which already does something like this, could expand the product range, or that Google could add it onto their phones, which they have a rudimentary function, but it always feels as though that this could be internalized into an ecosystem. And that's why I've always thought it deserves a lowish valuation, which it has never displayed. Although, look, it is a good business. On the other side of that, it is one of the few tech businesses that has garnered millions and millions of overseas users with user base that continues to grow and pays real cash flow. So it is a success story and it has worked. But I just wonder about the longevity of the product.
Would it be taken out?
It could be taken out, you're right. That's the other possibility.
Someone could just... It makes it... We always think that if there's something that can be built, why doesn't the big guy build it?
Yeah.
But I always found that they just go, well, they've already got the customers. Why don't we just take them out, clip them onto our model, and you get cross-selling, and you suddenly get a bump in your eyes as well.
And those platforms have got so much cash.
Exactly. So it's,
What's at value day?
Sorry?
What's at value day?
It's a loss-making business, so it's a massive PE. But I don't think you worry. Its market cap is 1.5, 1.6.
Right.
Like it's not small.
No, it's not
significant.
Small. It's not small.
Yeah.
But then you got to think of where it was, right? So technically, late 2021, it was about almost $14. So
right,
it was a lot bigger.
Yeah.
So in that context, but then again, that was peak zero rates, peak tech. So we're probably close to where it should be. And the fact that brokers do it by 15% kind of tells me they don't really want to go too negative on it either. So it's an interesting play, but I get your point. But I always find that they don't like I think logically, why doesn't someone just build it? You know, get a bunch of techs and spend 6 months and you can build that model. But they always go, that's just too complicated. There's always risk to execution. And they just go buy it, get the customer that comes with it. So there's a potential of that.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's.
Yeah.
So what are you on this?
Look, I'm just a neutral. If you're there,
So hold.
say hold, but I have no strong views on it. I certainly don't think it's a buy.
Okay.